Today we're installing steering wheels in John's 370. A silver one? Whatever. So first things first, we're going to disconnect the battery. I'm going to disconnect both sides just for my comfortability. You want to make sure you do this, because if not, there's likely a chance you could set the airbag off. And it's not fun. Loosey goosey, come on. Come on, there you go. Now that we're in the car, there is 2 plastic covers for your screws for your airbag. So you'll just pop these 2 guys out. Be careful not to lose it, because they will go flying. And then you have your 2 T27 star safety belt.
Or got the minute.
Bolts on each side.
Call me.
There you go.
Here.
Oh. Yeah, get this other side. There you are. So, and then your airbag should just pop out. And then you'll have 3 wires on the back of your airbag, a ground, and then your 2 airbag wires. See, your ground should just pull off. If it wants to cooperate. There it is. And then your 2 airbag fuses, you just go on this back side with like a little screwdriver or pick and just pop up these black tabs, and they should just come right out. And then also, you'll have your steering wheel control. Since it on the 370s, it is connected to the airbag. You'll have to unplug that as well. There we go. Now your airbag's out. Then you'll have to get your 19 with a big impact, because an impact will make it easier, just because if you try and do the ratchet, it'll probably try and spin the steering wheel. So you don't want to pull your nut all the way off just yet, because when you go to pull your steering wheel off, you'll have to give it some leverage, and this prevents you from hitting your face with the steering wheel. And then before you pull your steering wheel off, it's always a good thing to mark your center. These do have lines on it, but it's just easier, a little bit easier to see if you mark it. Got it? Yeah. Mark your center of your steering wheel, and then there's your steering wheel off. To the table.
Delicious. Sit in the corner.
So, now that we're at the table, you want to take out your horn lever, but you will want to be careful to how tight these bolts are and kind of the range of motion, just so that your horn has the same kind of feel that it did originally. You don't want it too tight because then your horn will go off all the time, or too loose, it'll kind of flop around and nobody wants a floppy horn.
Yeah. It worked.
There we are. And then these bolts are a T40 star bit.
Forgot to mention. Yeah, that lost it.
All right. There's your horn. You want to be careful not to lose these springs, because if they go missing, then you won't have a working horn. Now you can just pop your cover off, which is just these 4 little tabs.
Okay.
Alright. Alrighty. So now that your rear plastic's off, you can take off your horn dampener, or wait, I don't know what this is. But it needs to be swapped over, so. There we go. And that is your original wheel all stripped down. So John opted into doing our Alcantara Nismo style steering wheel. So we'll just go ahead and swap everything back on and then put her back in the car. So we'll just go in reverse order, put this weight or horn dampener thing back on. Then we will flip it over. We're going to use our box so we don't mess up our good steering wheel. To pop our rear cover back on. Just like that, nice and easy. Now we'll put the horn assembly back together. Just all assembled right in the same place. Make sure this plastic piece on the bottom slides in first to the little slot. Use this one as an example right here, just so your horn works properly. Put your 2 screws back in. So we'll start by hand. Yep, now our horn is back working about the same, so now we can just throw it back in the car. All right. Hit my head on everything. All right, now that we're back in the car, you'll want to run your airbag wires through the bottom hole of your new steering wheel. Kind of like that. Try and be careful not to move around your clock spring too much, because it will result in your clock spring going bad. If you turn it one way super far, the other way super far, because of the wiring harnesses in it, will come and pop out and be a whole big mess. Then your clock spring won't work. Then you'll want to try and get your line from, it's on your center steering shaft, to kind of line up with this little post here, since this one doesn't have that nice little mark. That nice straight. Make sure it kind of looks straight. If you had your steering wheel straight when you pulled the original off, which we did, once you have your steering wheel centered and where your original marks were, you want to go ahead and start your nut by hand. Then tighten your steering wheel down. Try to hold your steering wheel where it's not going to move. So now your steering wheel won't fall off while you're driving. Now you can run your airbag wires through their little holder. And then put your airbag back in. See if I can remember how this went this time. Yep, I can. Connect your airbag ground, which I don't think you had to take off. And then connect your steering wheel controls. Next thing, put your airbag back into place. Make sure your fitment is good. And then put your two star bit bolts in your airbag. There we go. Yeah. Oh. To find your hole. There. And more bolt. Alrighty. Now that your bolts are in, you can put your little plastic covers back, and then you have your brand new steering wheel installed. Ooh, where's the other one? There it is. What? And that's how easy it is to install your Z1 steering wheel in your 370Z. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment what you want to see next. See you next time.